Is smoking weed a sin? Is smoking weed really bad? Is smoking weed really a sin in God's eyes? So the Bible clearly don't say, like, straight up, don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? But what it does say is, don't be intoxicated. And it says that so much throughout the Bible. Throughout the whole Bible, it speaks so highly about being sober-minded throughout the entire Bible. You know what I'm saying? And then you have some people that may say, well, God created it. You know what I'm saying? It got to be good because God made it. Yeah, you got a point, because God created everything. You know what I'm saying? And he created everything with a good purpose. So when God created it, he said it is good. When he created everything, he said it is good. In the book of Genesis, he said it is good when he finished it. So he created everything with a expected end. So just like sex, God created sex. Sex is good. But when you don't do sex the way God created you to do sex, it's sin. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? So God created everything and made everything good, but when you manipulate it, when you alter it, when you intoxicate it, when you pervert it, it becomes sin. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we can find the benefits in marijuana. This is why we can use it for medical purposes. But what have this world done? You know what I'm saying? Satan has done to weed what he's done to every single thing, every other thing on this earth. He has manipulated and twisted it. So this is why you can have potheads that smoke weed all day, all night, every single day, and say, well, God created it, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? And they are deceived. You feel me? The Bible say that all things are lawful for me to do, but not all things are beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So that means that I got the free will to do it. But just because I can go out there and do it, don't mean that it's going to benefit me in my life. Don't mean that it's right for me to be doing. And especially if God spoke against it. Especially if God said, be ye sober, be sober minded. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, man. We look at the word of God, it's simple. It's simply put. But we add all this extra stuff. We take away certain stuff. We just look at the word, it says, be sober minded. What else can I say? I mean, it just says be sober minded. Just Google it right now. Google it for yourself, man. So yes, smoking weed is sin. Smoking weed is sin. It alters your mind. It gets you out of a sober mind state and makes you what? High. When you're not sober, after you smoke weed, well, you start sober, you smoke the weed, and then you become high. High is an altered state of mind. High is an intoxicated state of mind. You feel me? And God speaks against that mindset. He wants us to be sober-minded. So yes, smoking weed is bad. Smoking weed is a sin. Weed has its benefits. God created weed. It is a herb, a natural herb that God created. So yes, it has very great benefits, but when it's used outside of the way that God created it, just like anything else, and I gave you the analogy of sex, just like anything else, when it's used outside of the way that God created it, it's sin, simply put.